Ryan Gable here with 95X WBEV and DailyDodge.com. You know, I'm not a drinker, but I do have a newfound beverage that I go to. Please don't judge, but here it is. Boom. Metamucil. Keeping everything right in my world.
Hey everyone, Cale Zomer from 95X and DailyDodge.com, here to share with you my favorite quarantine cocktail. I call it the Very Berry Mule. Yes, it's a spin on the Moscow Mule, and I really like it. Just discovered this over the holidays, and it's really good, got a really good flavor to it, and not overly complicated to make if you've got everything you need, which isn't too much, actually. So, you're of course going to start with the good old Mule cup. Now, you can mix it in something else, in a wine glass or in a rocks glass if you want, but these are definitely the best, and they're not overly expensive. This is a pretty cheap set right here. So we've got our Mule glass and our stir stick. So what I do is I start with 1.5 ounces of raspberry vodka. There's where we start with our berry flavor. So we're going to mix out 1.5 ounces of that. And throw that in there. And then we are going to take lime juice. Now, normally I use regular limes, and I take about half a lime and squeeze the juice into the cup, but I'm out of limes right now and need to get to the grocery store. So we're just going to use lime juice, which is fine. Use about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of this, couple dashes there. Got our lime juice in there. And then I take some mixed berries. I've got raspberries and blackberries are really good. I like to add some raspberry. We already had the raspberry vodka, so now we're going to add a little depth to the raspberry. So raspberries and blackberries, they're right there. And I just throw them in the cup. And then what I do is I muddle them around just a little bit. I don't muddle them real thick because I don't like a lot of seeds popping up to the top of the drink. But you can also just leave them whole and not muddle them. That's good. Or use them as ice cubes, by the way. If you freeze them, perfect. So you can do it any way you want. So now we've got our vodka, our lime juice, and our raspberries and blackberries in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some ice and fill it most of the way up with ice. Whoop, dropped one. All right, so now you can see, got the ice in there, the liquid at the bottom. And then we're going to take ginger beer. Ginger beer, it's important, not ginger ale, ginger beer you want to use. If you use ginger ale, it's going to be too sweet. Ginger is going to be a bit strong. Then you just pour that in and top it right off. Then I'm a big fan of lime, so I'm going to just put a dash of lime juice on the top for good measure. And then I'm going to take a strawberry. There you go. And I've already got a little slit cut in there, and we're going to garnish it with that. If you had a real lime that you were using for the lime juice, you could just take a lime wheel, garnish it with that. But there you go. It's the Very Berry Moscow Mule, a Zomer specialty. Drink up. Cheers.
Hey everybody, this is Wade Bates. I hope you're doing well in quarantine, being safer at home. You know, the one drink that gets me through these long days sheltering in place is a little bit of Captain. Captain always gets you through the day a little bit easier. We'll make this one a double. And we have to add a little bit of my favorite Diet Faygo Cola. Drink that'll get you through quarantine. Cheers. Stay safe, everybody.
Hi, I'm Leslie Young on 95X. I'm going to show you my favorite go-to shot. I like girly drinks. I'm going to show you how to make the salted nut roll. 3 parts rum chata, 1 part butter shots, a little bit of salt. Super easy to make, super delicious to make. And yes, it converts to an ice cream drink, so for after dinner, ooh, so good. Sprinkle a little bit of salt in there. Roast. We're in this together.
Well, Mike, down there at Gene's Tires, time to have the girls shut down the computers. Time to tell the guys out there in the shop, let the hoist down. Those bar dogs put them all loose. We got, let's see, there's Chippy and Bimby. There's Bud Light, Larry and his other brother Larry, Fritz and his other brother Fritz, there's Sippy and Bingo. Call home, Mike. Tell your lovely wife to take that big tall glass out of the cupboard. Tell her to fill that bad boy 3/4 of Kickapoo Joy Juice. Add a little bit of White Lightning, maybe a little bit of Sneaky Pete. Tell her the shop is on lockdown for the weekend. Tell her it's been a long, hard week, and that kid is on his way.
Team Barn Show! Go.
Hello, everybody. After a hard day at the office, another killer morning show, I like to come home and relax a little bit and fix myself one of my favorite cocktails, one I'm sure that you will enjoy. Now, this cocktail that I'm going to fix for you is not super difficult to do. I wanted to do something that was very, very tasty, but yet something that was not going to take a lot of time. This is a bottle of bourbon that my daughter bought me for Christmas. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottle of bourbon and open it. And this is a fancy bourbon type of glass. And what you're going to do to make this cocktail is you're going to take this bourbon and you're going to pour it into this glass just like that. You're going to check the bouquet and then you're going to drink it. I call it bourbon neat. Salute.
You know, a lot of people have their favorite beverage, brandy, vodka, gin. But mine happens to be coffee. Good old coffee. It stimulates, it refreshes, and it keeps me on the go. I haven't slept in 4 days. I tried sleeping on Sunday, but my fingers kept me awake. I'm addicted.
Hey everybody, it's Ninja from 95X, and as you can imagine, being quarantined with my wife and 3 daughters, you can get a little noisy here in the house. So how do I turn down the volume? With this cocktail recipe. I start making it with Irish coffee. Of course, start with a brewed cup of coffee. You can make it strong, you can make it a little weak. I personally like to go with a nice strong coffee. It's a great way to start off things. I also need to pick my favorite libation, and I go with a little Jim Beam, distiller's cut, a little bit fancier, nice flavor, real smooth, goes great. Step 1, again, brew yourself that cup of coffee. Step 2, pour it out. Step 3, go ahead and get yourself that libation. Now, depending on how much you want to turn down that volume, you go ahead and add as much as you need. That feels about right. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Ninja, I don't drink coffee. I get it. You know what? Works with tea. Maybe you don't like the hot drinks. Orange juice? Just as good. Milk? Yeah, that works too. And you know what? In a pinch, good old glass of water. So, from my home to yours, happy quarantine.